Hi, it's still August 4th. It's still August 4th. Just wanted to update. I still haven't heard from Mr. Arizona, but I was communicating back and forth with the guy from the other side of the world, and just being clear. Like, and he was responding back in voice text, which I appreciated. But it's like then he was just pointing out, like, you're always busy. Like, well, I told you that I was gonna be busy, and I told him in the beginning, like, I keep myself busy. Like, I don't just not keep myself busy. That's just how I operate. I keep myself busy. And I responded back, I told you that from the beginning. Like, I'm sorry that you sound surprised. and then he's just like, he said, no, I understand. It's like, I just want to be close to you. I want, to spend time with you. And then I had to respond back, and I'm like, I know what you've wanted. And I'm like, and I've shared with you in the past that that's not, I don't have that same desire. I don't desire to be close to you in the way that you would like for it to be. Like, I've spoken my truth. I've shared this with you before, and I don't feel like you understand me. And I just kept on saying, like, that's just not where I'm at. I don't see it going that way. He hasn't heard that one because the little check marks aren't blue. But before I responded, so this morning, another Abraham Hicks video popped up because I decided to subscribe because I thought they were interesting. And the title was like, how do you deal with annoying people or annoying or arrogant people? And I'm like, it was posted 2 hours ago, or 2 hours this morning. So I was like, let me listen to that. And I already knew what it was going to say, and it was exactly similar to what I was thinking. And I'm like, okay. And I think this was it was before I responded to him, but I had already responded to Mr. Arizona. But still in my head, right? And within me, there's just that inner conflict of, like, I get it. I get the big picture of it, right? I get the big picture of that when we look at people in a certain way and we start judging them, right? We're judging them based on certain behaviors and characteristics and how they manifest, how they the energy that they put off, right? And how they interact with you, right? And then what that evokes in you in response. And ultimately, ideally, right? We're all from the same source. We're all, equally worthy. We're all, for someone else, that could be someone's love of their life, right? It's just not mine. It's not me. And so it's my perspective of this individual, right? It's not so much that they're the ones with the issue, it's my issue. So I know that. So I was trying to think, like, I feel bad doing that. But I'm still conflicted with, but I'm working on speaking my truth. I'm working on speaking up. Right? Like that's something I'm working on. And at the end of the day, I know what they're looking for, I know what they're looking for. They're just wanting to be loved. They're just wanting to be loved. Right? I know that feeling. I know that feeling all too well. But they're putting that on me. Right? Exactly what I did to this other person. And there is a sense of responsibility, kind of, that I feel bad for popping their bubble. You know, like that disillusionment of like, sorry, you know, that's not gonna happen, not with me. Like, I don't desire the same thing with you, and I just want to be clear because it's not fair to keep you waiting when I already know the answers. And then I realized what all of this triggered in me. This continued sense of not being heard. Of not being heard after I speak my truth. It's just like, how many times do I have to speak my truth for you to hear me? Right? Like, what do I have to say? Like, I tried to be nice about it in the beginning, but clearly you read something else into it. But it was that same feeling after I realized. I was like, it just feels like I wasn't heard. I wasn't being heard. And it made me feel like I wasn't seen. I wasn't being seen. Like, because they were being too pushy. And it reminded me of my sister. What she must have felt when we were younger. And, you know, being the older sister, and you have your kid sister, like, wanting your attention. And I could just see her wanting to talk to me, wanting to share with me, and I'm busy doing stuff, and I'm saying, and I'm just over here, and then she stops, and she holds me, and she says, but look at me. And she's like, but look at me when I'm talking to you, so that I know you see me. That's the image that popped in. When I had that realization that I wasn't being heard, that I wasn't being seen. I saw that interaction with her when we were both younger. You know, that was in high school, I think. She must have been in junior high. But that she would say that a lot, being the youngest, you know. She would be talking, she talked a lot. I remember she was a talker. She was so social. She was a talker. And I remember I'd be busy doing stuff, and then she'd stop me and just like, and that plea, it was a plea, like, just look at me when I'm talking to you, so that I know you see me, so that I know you hear me. That's what it felt like. I'm like, they weren't hearing me, they weren't seeing me. And I don't like that. I don't like when I'm not being seen or heard. So anyways, that's what was triggered. That's what was triggered. After I realized that, and I just got out of the shower. I just realized that when I was in the restroom, and I just started crying. But anyways, I finished packing. I'm making slow progress nonetheless. 3 o'clock. Got rid of a lot of paper. I'm sure I could probably get rid of more, but you know, something is something. And then I'm gonna go see a cousin of mine that I haven't connected with in a while. She reached out, and I mentioned to her. She reached out last week, and I mentioned to her that I was moving. And then when I looked at the text again, I was like, oh snap, I told her last week that I was moving out in 3 weeks. And then I'm like, let me update her. So I told her that I'm leaving in a couple of days. And she wanted to meet up for a late dinner, and so I'm getting ready for that too. And still gotta take care of stuff, so that was all. Just an update. My name is Yubi, and in case you haven't figured it out, this footage is capturing my experience as I learn to navigate my personal spiritual awakening. I am learning that this experience is unique to each one of us. In whatever way we believe we are embracing living our truth, this just happens to be my journey. And despite me having a graduate degree and a license in clinical social work, this by no means is intended to replace any type of mental health advice. This is just me on a personal level, documenting my experience, shedding light on the truth that I am learning and discovering for myself, and really inviting you along for the ride. If by some magical chance you find this content to be helpful in any way, shape, or form, please click the like button, share the message, subscribe to my YouTube channel. I have an Instagram account, a personal one, and one specifically for this channel that you're more than welcome to check out. I'm an open book. I have also created t-shirt designs. I'm wearing my favorite one right now, which is the North Node design, but I have that and other things that you can look at inspired by this process and journey, and I have the link in the description box as well as in the about section of my YouTube channel. So you're more than welcome to check those items out. Any type of support is great. Again, if you find this content really helpful or meaningful, sometimes when we take that step and be vulnerable, with showing what's inside our hearts and what's really our truth, we realize that we're much more connected than what we thought we were. And so I hope that as I'm living this experience and that you find some type of truth for yourself, or find some type of ability to heal in some way just by relating, just by knowing that you're not alone. That really has been my goal with this process, not just being able to connect with others, but really for my own healing. It's definitely been a therapeutic experience and a very creative one for myself. So I thank you, and I wish you all the best, and we'll see what else comes next.